Okay, hi guys. Anyone there? Okay, in case you're there online over here, you can just join the Hangout with the invite which I've sent you. Anyone who's here can just respond in the Hangouts or something over here. Okay, I'm just sending one more invite to all of them who are here. Okay, so you can just uh, join. Okay, in case. Okay, so I see there are a few of you watching over here. So what you can actually do is you can join the Hangout. All right. So you can actually join the Hangout with the invitation I sent you. So we can actually talk instead of you just watching. All right. Okay. Great. I guess Deepak is here. Deepak, are you there?
Hello, Karan.
Okay. Hi, Deepak. Great.
How are you?
So if there's anyone else who is here watching the Hangout, you can join the Hangout by with the invitation which I sent you. So just check that out instead of just viewing it. Okay. I guess right, a few of them. Okay, Deepak, just hang on for 1 or 2 minutes. I guess there are
Yeah, sure,
few
sure,
more
sure.
people who will be
Yeah,
joining in.
yeah.
Okay. Right. I guess. Okay. Okay. So where are you, Deepak? Right now, you're in Bangalore.
No, Karan. Right now I'm at home. I'm in BC Road. My place. I'm basically from BC Road.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm at home now. I'll come back home. My colleges are going to start.
Okay. Okay.
My class are going to start maybe in 2 days on Monday.
Okay. All right. Okay. Great. So just a reminder to all those watching this hangout, you can join the hangout so that we can talk via the invitation which I sent you. So I guess yeah, this still trying to figure out how to join. I guess.
Yeah, actually, I was also trying to figure out, but then I got a begin invitation there, the
Okay.
bottom right corner.
Okay. Okay. Well, it is indeed a little difficult in the starting.
Yeah.
When we did our previous event, also when we did our inaugural event, it was a little of a trouble when we were having our talk via Hangout on air.
Okay. Missed it.
Okay, I'll just leave an email.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think it's.
to all of them. Okay, Deepak, meanwhile, can you just introduce yourself? I mean, what do you do, and
Yeah,
what are your interests and others?
yeah. I was basically interested in this because I'm a Android developer. I develop apps.
Okay,
Though I'm not developed much. Yeah, I'm a learner. You can call me a learner, beginner
okay,
maybe.
okay, okay,
Yeah. I just finished my first year of BCA.
okay,
So my second annual agent will start on Monday.
okay,
So yeah, I'm interested in Android, and there's someone looking for developers, not to just to you know share their knowledge with, start some you know startups or something.
okay,
That's from Mangalore.
okay,
Uh, so I'm in
okay, okay. Great, great. So basically, your interest is Android, is it?
Android, yeah, and other Google products. I mean, if they're coming up, if Google is coming up with some new APIs,
Okay,
then I like to try new.
okay, okay, great. All right. So you said you were interning at Microsoft Research.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's this program by Microsoft Ventures. It's called Microsoft Accelerator. If you know, where they incubate startups.
Okay,
Okay, so there was a startup called Boutline, which was actually related to sports.
okay, all right,
I was the Android developer there.
okay.
I was interning there,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, we created an app that's actually not available on Play Store now because it's under beta testing.
Okay, okay, all right, great.
Okay,
So,
there's
yeah,
a
carry
still
on.
there's a version of the app there
Okay,
that's actually a web view. That's not much native though.
mm-hmm,
So what they do is it's all about sports. What they do is you have this IPL. Suppose you have this IPL match going on,
mm-hmm,
and there's a not IPL actually. There's any event, any sport in the world, there's something
mm-hmm,
going on, and you're really interested about it, and you're following the match. Okay, so you're not watching the match actually on live. So what happens? You miss the important moments there
okay,
of the match because so what this app does is it will give you so when there's an interesting moment in the match,
mm-hmm,
okay, the match gets really interesting. This will automatically send you notifications to your phone saying the match is getting interested. Are you watching or not? If suppose there's a fall of wicket, okay, so it will send you notifications saying the match is getting interesting.
okay,
You're missing the match maybe. Okay,
okay,
and there's a instant messaging also
okay,
inside the app, so you can connect all the sports fan across the world,
mm-hmm,
and you can chat with them. You can banter actually.
okay, okay, great.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I guess we have four people just viewing this. All right. So for all those viewing, I guess you're still trying to figure out how to join the Hangout. So that's not an issue. In case you want to interact, there is this Q&A which you can find it next to the live button, which is there. So you can just post your questions or whatever is there right over there. So in case you are joining the Hangout, obviously you can talk, and there is a group chat and all the stuff. So I guess that shouldn't be an issue if you can figure out how to join the Hangout. So I guess okay, all right. So I guess mainly why we are here is to discuss two things. is
Uh,
how do we go about what all events we do with respect to GDGs. So you see, basically we have quite some plans how to go about and all as far as the other GDGs are concerned. Other GDGs are doing quite a lot. So basically, just to summarize, there are two things that we want to discuss today. First would be what events that we can do, and second is how to spread the word. You see, because a lot of people don't know about GDG yet. Okay, so there is Puneet. Okay,
I put it.
Puneet, are you there?
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay, great. So as I was saying, we are just trying to figure out how to actually spread the word and let people know that we have a particular thing as the GDG, and how we can get involved in it and what we can do and everything. Okay, so these are the two things that we want to know, and obviously there will be some collaboration. Okay, so have you guys heard of IEEE?
yeah,
Yeah.
category.
Okay, so IEEE Bangalore is a section. Okay, so they have the terminologies and all that. So IEEE Bangalore is a section wherein there are quite a lot of huge members and all that. And there's a new subsection which has come up in Bangalore. So it is one of its own entity, but not as huge as Bangalore. Excuse me, because there are not a lot of people and everything. So actually, we have been both the IEEE Mangalore subsection, and we have been thinking as to how we can collaborate and then do events and activities together, because a lot of things are in line with what IEEE wants to do, and what the actual aim of GDG is. So this is one thing which I just wanted to put it to. So you guys have any ideas as to what can be done for the further events? So I guess we'll discuss first about that as to what can be the further events that we can do. Deepak?
Yeah. One thing, first thing that came in my mind was about the hackathons.
Okay.
That's never happened in Mangalore. If I'm not wrong.
Right. Right.
Before maybe conducting a hackathon or something, it's better for people in Mangalore to know about hackathons.
Okay.
So, uh, so I know there are there are a lot of developers in Mangalore, but actually they're not getting exposed out.
Yes. True that.
So, so I
Okay.
think we could actually try an event that actually will aware people about the hackathons, getting in group, getting to know each other. So that's the first thing that came in my mind.
Okay. So, Deepak, see, hackathon definitely is a good idea. We can do it, but mainly one thing is, will people really be able to build something? Okay. So you see, I totally agree with what you said, that there are a lot of good developers who are not finding the platform or not being exposed. This is what I figured out, which is the reason why I started the GDG, to bring out all that. Because for in a place like Bangalore or something, it's already a very a very
It's a
exposed
trend now.
place, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's a trend. Hackathon is a trend, and also these communities and all are a trend. They keep
yeah.
meeting up, they keep having events and everything. In fact, today is June 7th, right? Great. So, oh, okay. I guess we have Sandesh also here.
Hi, Sandesh.
Sandesh, are you here? Okay, I guess it. Okay, Sandesh
Easy.
is here. Okay, are you able to hear us, Sandesh?
Hi Karan, I can't see you actually. I can hear you.
Okay.
Now I can see you.
Can you see? Can you
Yeah,
see?
yeah. Right now, fine.
Okay, it's fine now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, great. All right. So what we were just discussing was, what further events can we be doing? Okay, right down the line, say probably by September or something. So Before we discuss about what events we can be doing, okay, I guess Amal is here. Are you there, Amal? Amal?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. Can hear you. Okay, so I guess there is quite a lot of disturbance from Puneet. Puneet, I'll put you on
Yeah.
mute for some time. All right.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. So what we were just discussing was what events we can do down the line. So before we discuss about what events we can do, I just like to tell you one plan. Okay. So you see, this is very much open. All right. So there's nothing confidential about it or anything. So have you guys heard about GDG DevFest? What a DevFest is?
Yes.
No, DevFest, DVFEST, DevFest. Okay. See, DevFests are kind of a larger events with respect to GDG. They run to probably sometime. Typically, they run to a week or even 2 days, 3 days. There are 24 to 48-hour hackathons which are happening, and a lot of multiple sessions and all which keep going on. Okay. So, we have been planning to do a dev fest for our GDG sometime during the end of the year. So, let me tell you, this will be a really big event. Okay. So, it will involve almost around 1,000 to 1,200 developers from in and around the Mangalore, and, a few from Kerala and from Udupi, Manipal, all those regions and all that. So, a few senior people here in the industry and all that have been along with me discussing as to how we can take up this. And any of you who were there for our inaugural event at Taj?
Yes, yes, I was there.
Okay, Deepak was there. All
Even
right.
me.
So okay, yeah, great. Puneet also was there. Amal, were you there?
I was not there.
Okay, he was not there. Deepak, you had told me you couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I guess you guys would definitely know about Dikshit Rai, who was there, who was, interacting with all of us. So,
Yeah.
Dikshit has been really, enthusiastic about having a really big DevFest kind of an event, as well as Chandrasekhar, who was there. So, Chandrasekhar and planning such a kind of an event where we'll have a lot of stuff. So it's really a little early to discuss about what we can do for the event and all. So I guess we leave it at a little later time when we all guys would have a physical meetup sometime. So that time we can discuss about this in detail. So keeping that in mind, okay. So and now I'd just like to open up to discussion as to what events we can do. So Deepak and I were just talking about having a possibility of a hackathon. Now, hackathon definitely is a great idea. We can definitely have a hackathon. So, but the only uh, two problems for that would be first of all, I guess many of them are not really aware of what a hackathon actually is. They still think it's probably hacking something or something to do with security vulnerabilities or something like that. So that is one thing which is because of which people might not really come and step forward and actually participate to actually build something. First thing, and second thing is a location. So you see, okay. So see, one more thing is that location. Hackathons are usually either 12 hours or 24 hours or something like that, which go on for a long time. So what will be the place wherein we can have such a kind of a hackathon? So you see, if it is our regular events and meetups or something, excuse me, regular events and meetups, we can have it like at Taj or somewhere else. We can hire out the place and we can do. But when it is a hackathon, having it for one full 24 hours, we need internet connection, and then we need a lot of food and snacks and all that to be done away. Budget is not an issue. There'll be Google to support it, but location would be an issue. So that is one point. So you have any ideas for that?
It's better to make in any other colleges other than Mike because you know we had published about GDG Mangalore in Mike. but we didn't publish about GDG Mangalore properly in other colleges, so it's better to take up that issue with other colleges.
Okay. Okay. So you say if it is widespread and we reach out a lot of people, there'll be people who are interested, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That definitely can be done. Okay. And Deepak, what is your say?
Yeah, I was saying, like my experience, like most of the hackathons in Bangalore, uh, if I'm not wrong, they take place in some IT companies.
Exactly.
Okay, so I know that there are less number of IT companies in Bangalore, but if I'm not wrong, there are around 108 IT companies in Bangalore, around 100.
Right, right, definitely.
Yeah, so there should be some company which can accommodate us for a day or something, which will support the event. Think that that should be.
Okay, okay. All right. So, Puneet, you have anything to say?
No issues regarding what you said was something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather than my hosting an event at any IT companies is better.
Can you be a little more clear? There's quite a lot of disturbance on your end.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, what you said was right. Better to host in any IT companies in Mangalore itself.
The, one thing is they have a good internet connection, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because when for the first hackathon, when there will be like 100 to 50 to 100 hackers in the room, the internet speed will be considerably, low. That's not an issue. Actually, they can get their own 3G dongles or whatever. But keeping that issue in mind, uh, internet speed is also an issue. So an IT company where they have a good internet connection, maybe.
Okay. Okay. All right. So,
Karan, you're speaking about the
Sandesh,
second
what do
problem.
you have
What
to
is that?
say?
Yeah, actually, hackathon is a good idea.
Okay.
What Deepak said is that one IT company should host it actually. Then only
Okay.
it is good because location and internet connection is the main issue.
Okay. Great. All right. So, any of the if you have to really look into an IT company having this, so as Deepak mentioned, indeed there are almost like 100 something IT companies all over in Bangalore. But let me tell you, many of them don't have that infrastructure support. Say to have quite a bigger conference hall or something kind of a room, wherein people can get together and then work on something. So am I right, Sandesh? I
Yeah,
guess you
yeah,
would be
you
aware
are
of
right.
that, right?
Yes, yes.
So that is one of the issues, with that. So if you're looking at a little larger companies where we can, have such a kind of a place and do something. I'd even been to TIA Systems recently, to talk to Chandrasekhar, and I had a look at their, facilities and all that, and they have quite a decent facility. So I guess probably that's one place where we can look into. Excuse me. And I guess the other three companies where we can look into would be Emphasis, Cognizant, and Infosys, I guess, because I guess these are the little top tier companies wherein they have a little space and they can accommodate and they can probably even contribute a little to what we are doing and all. So that's definitely a great idea. I'll just get in touch with a few of them and see. So the next thing would be okay. That was a good number suggested by Deepak. That is having around 50 or 100. So frankly speaking, I guess only so many might turn up.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know. First hackathon.
Exactly. So first hackathon, that would be only so many of them who might turn up. That's not an issue. So, what would be an ideal time that you guys would suggest for having a hackathon? That is, I mean, a kind of a date.
Maybe, no, according to me, my suggestion, maybe in the mid September, October.
Mid September, October. Okay. All right. Amal, what would your suggestion be?
Uh, would it be more uh, October or November? Would be more nice. Like
October or November? Okay. And Puneet, what would be your suggestion?
It would be better if connected October.
Okay. And Sandesh?
Actually, for me, it's anytime is fine because for students, I think it is next month is good. I think September, October, something like that. I'm
Okay.
not sure whether.
Okay.
How,
So why I was, saying why I mentioned about having our, toughest time during November was, hackathon will be one more thing which will be there in the toughest, but it wouldn't be a full scale one. It wouldn't be a like a say a 12-hour or a 24-hour one. It will just be a small 6-hour or 7-hour. We have many hackathon. So this definitely can be something like a lead-up event which we can do sometime during September, having a hackathon and seeing how the response and everything would be. So I guess September should be quite a good time. So other than the hackathon, what other events do you suggest we do? Now, please keep in mind that we have to do some kind of an event which actually brings out what actually GDG is and what we want to do. So, because the technical events and, say talks or something, if you have noticed, the other GDGs and all, they do, say, for example, a talk on, say, cloud, or they do something on Angular JS or Node JS or something like that. For example, today GDG Bangalore is having a cloud workshop at Hotel Matan. So they are having a full day workshop from 10 to 5, which Google is sponsoring, of course. So these type of technical talks we can definitely have, but if we do something which is a little different, which hasn't been done, something like hackathon, then I guess that would be really useful. So do you have any ideas like that which we can do? Okay, this is where you're supposed to talk. Okay, Puneet, were you saying something?
Yeah, are you in contact with Google developers? I mean, Google India.
Definitely, definitely. Actually,
Uh,
I've been talking to them regarding our DevFest plans, because there'll be quite a huge money involved. So we are just talking as to how we can work out with, our DevFest, because that's the real big part where Google will definitely be coming in. So,
um,
they'll definitely, if needed, sponsor a little, stuff here and there for the events also.
yeah,
So,
my idea is to bring Google Fibers to India.
Google.
Google Fiber. It would be a better event if we initiated Google Fiber. There are only
Okay.
two places where Google Fiber are published.
Okay. So
Why not
Puneet,
Bangalore?
okay, Puneet, let me put this straight to you. Okay, so you see, this Google Fiber thing is a totally corporate affair. Okay, when it comes to Google, it's a totally corporate affair, and we can put in a try, we can suggest, but I don't think there'll be much of a response from them, because there are, if I'm not wrong, two or three Google offices. There are three Google offices in India, as far as I know. There's one in Hyderabad, there's one in Bangalore, Google Bangalore, and there is one more in Gurgaon.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure whether these offices themselves have Google Fiber,
No, no, no.
because it's a very high-end technology that they are doing. So, and
Yeah.
moreover, we can't even, even if we say have it, we can't really, put it forward as an event or something. So that is totally a corporate affair. So even if I do get in touch with our people at Google, so they
Okay.
would say we don't have a say in that because it's a corporate affair, and we are just a developer relations team. So, but a good thought on that, Google Fiber, that would be really exciting. Sandesh, you have anything to say?
Actually, what I suggest is I think we can have a session on Google APIs.
Okay.
It is the login API and other cloud APIs. I think that's the one thing I can suggest you right now.
Okay, Google APIs. All right. We can definitely have that. But Sandesh, what would be, according to your estimation, what would be the number of turnout for that? Because there'll be quite many of them, obviously, who know what an API is, and who might have used it in their various projects or something. But how many really would want to know more about it and be involved about it? Because I guess there are not quite a lot of people who use Google technologies in their daily development projects, or other client projects and all here in the Mangalore region. As far as I'm aware, there are quite a few. For example, Dixit's company Codecraft uses Google's technologies very extensively. So there are quite a few of these companies which use them, which might be interested. But other than that, I don't think there'll be much of a response. So what do you think might be a good turnout for something like an event on Google API?
I think you have to call some developer who knows uh, about that Google APIs he has used in the different applications, how it is used, and what are the resources already available in Google developers website is there. No? They have to they have to explain and what is the use of Google plus those things. Those things we can. And one more thing is SEO. Regarding SEO also, we can have some
Sorry, regarding what?
SEO.
Search
SEO.
engine
Okay,
optimization.
Yeah,
search
search
engine
engine
optimization. Okay, SEO. All right.
someone
Okay.
who is the expert in that area, they can uh, talk about that.
Okay. Okay. So Sandesh, I guess what we can do is,
Correct.
all of us, and put in a slot over there. So a 1 hour slot for say the API.
Hello.
So,
Hello.
yeah.
I can't hear you actually. Hello.
Karan, actually, I don't think we can hear you. Uh, your webcam has gone blank. Hello. I think there's some technical problem. He might be back in a while.
Yeah, you'll be back.
Yeah, the connection to current.
So, meanwhile, let's introduce ourselves.
Yes.
So, yeah, Amal.
Okay, my name is Amal. I'm a Bachelor of Engineering student
Sorry, can you a bit louder?
in Bangalore. Excuse me.
Yeah, Amal can hear you now.
Okay, my name is Amal. I'm a first year Bachelor of Engineering student, computer science, and
Okay,
my hometown is in Kannur, Kerala.
okay, okay. So, I'll introduce myself.
Okay,
I'm Deepak. I'm doing my first year BCA in St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. I'm an Android developer basically. I develop apps for Android.
uh,
Okay, Karan is here.
okay, okay, I guess there was a little glitch.
Yeah.
uh, okay, so I guess yeah, I was just saying about having a kind of a meetup wherein we can have all these things together. So
Yes.
what do you suggest, Sandesh? Would that should that be
Yeah, that
fine?
is that is a good idea actually. We can have a meetup and we can have all about Google something like that, like the API and SEO, then other stuffs.
Okay, okay, great. That is something we can definitely do. So, other than that, what other events can we do? Okay, I'll just give a brief of what I have planned for. Okay,
Yes.
so there is one thing that as a GDG that we have to remember. Uh, you see, frankly speaking, Google does not put any restrictions as to what a GDG can do. Okay, so there is always guidelines as to what a GDG can and or cannot do, but it does not put any restrictions, very hard and fast restrictions that you have to do this or you should not do this or something like that. But they have one very strict restriction, which is a very simple one. You have to do one event at least every 90 days, that is 3 months. So what my aim has been is, let's not push it to that extent at all, because one event in 3 months is like totally sleeping. You just go to developers.google.com/group/directory and you'll see that there are around 40 plus GDGs in India. Okay, and many of them which are sleeping and dormant. Okay, many of them who don't do much events at all, especially a lot of these university chapters and all that, they have the GDG, they don't conduct their events or something. Once in 3 months on one day, it's like 4 or 5 of them meet up and they just log an event over there. So that is definitely not the way it must be, because those guys are doing it just for the namesake of having a GDG. They neither get anything, nor Google really encourages or supports them or something. So what I've been looking for is having an event or a meetup. Okay, an event as in the sense, on a particular topic from morning to evening, such kind of stuff, or having a meetup that is a smaller 2 hours or 3 hours, say in the evening or during dinner or during lunch or something like that, at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so 2 to 3 weeks on a Saturday, which would be, I guess, the most convenient for all of us, having it on a Saturday, a meetup or an event, so that we can be active. And let me tell you, Google really supports such kind of GDGs. In fact, I was just talking to people at Google yesterday, and they were quite encouraging and enthusiastic, saying you guys are picking up really well, doing and planning quite a lot of stuff and all that. So it doesn't matter what kind of event we do or what meetup actually is. Obviously, quality is a must, but again, we have to look at spreading the word out and having people in the community also. So I was planning on having one technical session during August second week. Just a few stuff about. Excuse me. Just a few stuff about. Excuse me. Right, sorry. So, having an event, a technical session in August second week on the future technologies. Okay, about a little about the cloud and a little, about other stuff and all. It's just a plan. I haven't really decided on what topics or anything we can have. And during the end of August, that is 2 to 3 weeks after that, I'm planning to have one on, uh, a security event. Okay, so probably on cyber security, or how developers can use good methods to secure their code and prevent from hacking. Basically, a security type of an event. And during the end of around September, that's what I've planned for. During around September end, I planned for one code lab, Android code lab. Basically, code labs are just another workshop wherein you actually sit and uh, uh, do something, bring out a project, and there is an outcome for the code lab. So that is what is there in my mind right now. A brief plan for what we can do. So I guess now I'll open it up to you guys. Yeah, yeah. Okay, come on, speak.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
totally
yeah,
fine.
yeah. Yeah, Karan. So one thing actually, what I suggest is before making an event, maybe in the August or something, it's better. I think I know you can reach a lot of people via social media. but then if we could go to some colleges and meet up these students. So suppose that there are a lot of colleges in Mangalore. Mangalore is actually famous for education. So uh, what I suggest was if we could go to colleges and meet up students, let them know about the GDG. So there are people who are actually interested in developing, but still they don't have the platform, and they and where most of the people they still don't know that GDG exists in Mangalore.
Right,
Okay,
right. That's a major
so
issue.
I think we need to reach out more people so they know about our plans and our events will be more successful.
Yeah,
Okay.
Karan, as Sandesh said,
Mm-hmm.
regarding Google, Google and its products, um, let us introduce it to the colleges in Mangalore. That would be the better idea. Get a platform for everyone who are interested in development.
Yeah, because there are a lot of technologies that are still that people of Mangalore they still don't know about it. Because suppose for example, there's this big data in Hadoop that's trending.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of them in Mangalore they have no idea about this, and yeah, so if you could do some workshop on this technology, so that would actually make them get interested in it, and they for them the job opportunities will expand by the end of the year.
Oh, okay. So, in that case, what we can do is, you know, probably we can go to a few major colleges, right, in Bangalore, and just have a brief talk, probably a 1 hour talk or something, as to what a GDG is, how it will benefit them, and what they can get out of it and stuff. Is that what you all are suggesting?
Yeah,
So
Yes.
yeah,
along with that,
Yeah,
like campus one out of the program in mind, the same thing must be conducted in other colleges too. Regarding Google,
Okay, okay. All right, that thing can be definitely planned out. So there is one more thing which I actually wanted to tell. Okay, so you see, it's not it's not just about one person doing the whole thing. Uh, okay, I guess Deepak is off.
hello.
Okay, so you see, it's not just about one person doing the whole stuff or anything. In fact, if you guys are interested, you yourself can do it. You can approach a few colleges, talk to them, see if they're interested, and you yourself can conduct the events. That's totally fine. It's always not necessary that say I be there or someone else be there. So what we are trying to do is we are community. Okay, so, and in a community, there might be one person who might be there, to just say, okay, we can do like this, or to organize everything. That's why we guys are called as organizers, and not any kind of head or something like that. We just organize the community and make sure everyone gets together, and we spread the word and stuff. So, I guess what you guys can do is probably if you have any friends or something, reach out to them to the colleges and see if they're interested in something like that. And I guess, Amal, you mentioned about, the publicity not being done in other colleges and all for, our inaugural event. Let me tell you, we did a lot of publicity as far as the colleges are concerned, because I thought they might be uh, quite a number of people who might be coming in. So we actually sent out a lot of letters and posters and the usual type of publicity to almost around, I don't know, 40 colleges in and around Mangalore, even covering Udupi, Manipal, and Patkal, and obviously the Mangalore region and all that. So, hardly did we receive response from 5 or 10 colleges. That's it. So, the remaining of them, I don't know what happened. Probably they didn't even inform their students that there is something like this, or the students were not interested, or they were on leave or something. So
Yeah.
don't know what
One
really
one
happened. Yeah, Deepak.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, but then
No, no,
one
that's
point,
fine.
one thing what came in my mind was because maybe that was on last month, 14th of last month, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So that was the vacation period.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why the students, maybe the college couldn't interact with the students and they couldn't tell them.
Oh,
Other
okay.
than that, I don't think the colleges will think before telling the students about this. So they'll definitely be interested.
Okay, okay, great, great, great. So, one more way of with how we can use spreading the word is by, through social media, because we did quite a lot of publicity through social media also, and it turned out pretty well. It turned out really well. So, I put in a little budget for advertising through social media also, how we can, actually spread the word. And that's definitely a great idea of having events in colleges, so it will double up as an event as well as spreading the word, right?
Yes.
So, Sandesh, you have something to say?
Regarding publicity, actually, main thing we have to tell what a principal or main in charge of college what is the importance of GDG and how it is useful for students. Like when they are coming out of college, they will be having some set of skills if they attend this type of events, GDG, those things. It is really helpful actually. Those things
Okay,
you have to tell them actually. I don't
right,
know.
right.
I don't know anybody knows that GDG. What is the main aim of the GDG or what are those things and all. What we discuss in the events, those things and all.
Okay, okay, great. That's definitely a valid point. That's a very true point because I'll tell you I want to repeat this again and again because we are not looking at just having an event for the namesake or just doing publicity because we're there. I'll tell you the main aim is to actually bring together the community, to bring together all the developers, and to grow it from within, to grow it organically, because it's going to help everyone. It's going to help students, it's going to help working professionals, and it's definitely going to help even Google. They would help us. It's going to benefit all of them if we do it in that particular way. So with that as an objective, I guess this is definitely helpful. So how frequently do you suggest that we do these events in colleges?
3 week once,
Sorry?
3 weeks once.
3 weeks once.
Yeah,
Uh, okay. So you see, how many colleges are there in Bangalore? I guess almost around 30 to 40. Okay.
it's
So
around
if
40.
there are
It's around 40.
around 40. Okay.
Yeah,
So even if you take as the top 50%, that is 20 colleges, to cover all those 20 colleges, it would take you around 60 weeks. So I guess that's almost an year, right?
yeah, you're right.
So, right. So, what probably we can do is we can, have it 2 weeks once. Okay. So, we can have 2 weeks, one particular day, and cover many colleges on the same day. Instead of
Yeah,
having
yeah,
one college this day, one college that day, just split up into say 2 or 3 slots. And morning you go to this college, and afternoon you go to this college, and a late afternoon you go to this college, and then
No,
repeat.
rather than, excuse me, rather than that, instead
Okay.
of going to other colleges, one team to one college, another team to other college, it would be better, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Totally. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that only I go, or it's not only about this person goes or that person goes. So definitely, if a few people are interested in going there and then doing a talk or something, that definitely we can do. So one more thing which I wanted to say out is uh, we need more people to contribute in an active way. Okay. So, as to, for example, as what Puneet said right now, say if you're doing this events and all, We need more people to actually come forward and say that we'll actively be involved in this, and we'll be doing it. Okay, so, and I guess you guys are the best example for it, seriously, because there are four of you over here, and I guess there are two of them watching it through YouTube. So you can see six of them out of the 60 odd to whom I sent out the mail to have actually made it, and we are discussing things. It totally shows that you're interested and active. So definitely, it would be great if if you guys can take this take this a little more forward, and then see if there are any other people who are interested and like-minded and would like to contribute in an active way. Rather than someone telling them, or say me telling them, you guys do this, you guys do this, because it's in the end it's all about us. That's it. It's not about one person, or it's not about anything, because ultimately we do an event, we log it over there on Google developers side. Google sees it as, okay, GDG Mangalore did an event. They don't see that who did it, or how many people were there. They just see what was the event about, and okay, GDG Mangalore did it. Believe me, that's all they do. Okay, so we have Tushar suggesting over here, saying that what about having the college specific team? So he suggests having a team in, I guess, every college, which is what he's suggesting. So that is another great idea of setting up a team in say two or three people in a college. That's something similar to, I guess, the Google Student Ambassador program. So, but there are not a lot of GSAs here in our region. I guess the previous year there was only two of them, one from NIT Surathkal and one from MIT. So we can definitely have something like that online, similar, and I guess that's definitely something which we can take up at a little higher level itself. So I'll talk to our people back at Google to see if these GSA applicants can be brought down to the GDG also. So that is one real good thing which I'll definitely look into. So okay, so guys, I guess we can start forming a little small teams of probably two or three people, and working simultaneously and individually, rather than me initiating something and then taking it forward, because that wouldn't satisfy our goal, and that would definitely not help our community also in any way. And one more thing is, if you might be thinking of if you have thought of okay, all right, we do all this stuff and someone else gets the credit or something, definitely not. If you guys are doing something, and if you want to be an organizer, uh, you can definitely be so. You can just go to developers.google.com/groups/directory and see the various GDGs have a lot of organizers. For example, Bangalore has around 5 to 6 organizers. Need not be one. So if you guys are really interested in doing something, I'll put you onto the organizer also. I'll put you as an organizer, so you can that time connect directly with all the other GDGs in India, as well as the people with Google also. So all of us can collaborate together. So that perspective, that's also a prospective thing which is there, which I want to tell you. So that it's not just about one person. There can be many organizers also. There can be even 10, 20 organizers. So it just depends on your interest.
Yeah. One thing that actually I wanted to tell was, instead of we going to different colleges, let's conduct an event and engage students in that. So suppose we invitations to the colleges, to asking them send two or three groups from each college that will actually contest in something, will compete in something. Suppose like for model making, that's related to computer science. So all of the people the college sent will be definitely interested, because most of them the college will be knowing, they'll be interested in the development part, and there we can have a talk on what GDG is.
Okay.
So,
So,
instead of
all right, all
instead
right.
of going to each college,
Okay.
Instead,
Good that you reminded me of that, Deepak. I actually had one more idea which I forgot, which I remembered when you just said. So I was thinking of having something. Have you guys heard of the Infosys Aspirations competition by Infosys?
exactly, yeah. They
Right?
had done it, and yeah,
Yeah.
They do that every year. So basically what it is it's a development competition, so wherein
exactly,
you are provided with a problem statement and you're supposed to come out with a solution code for the problem statement, which you know which which executes successfully for a certain set of input and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I was thinking of having something similar, known as a dev hunt, wherein having it either via offline or online. So now I guess that can be integrated to an offline competition itself. Wherein we can have that actually can be something kind of a I don't know, a micro hackathon or something, wherein
yeah,
it's just 2 hours or 3 hours event, and you're provided with a set of problem statements wherein you're supposed to solve, and you can have people come in and do. So that's definitely feasible. But again, whatever applies for the hackathon applies for that also. That is, you need to have. I
okay,
don't think internet is. I don't think internet is needed for that, but definitely must be provided, because in case they are not able to understand the problem statement, they can definitely look it up, but not cheat though.
yeah.
But
Uh,
and a location. Yes, Deepak.
yeah, see that there are colleges like my college, St. Aloysius College, where they have good infrastructure. They not for the hackathon, for the events like this, the micro hackathon, if you call that. They have good internet facility. They have Wi-Fi campus. A lot of colleges in Bangalore now they have Wi-Fi campus.
Right, right.
So I don't think internet is a major issue for that.
Okay, all right. So okay, we have just one person, I guess, Tushar, who is watching online. I guess he's still not able to figure out how to join the Hangout.
Yeah,
So Tushar, if you are not able to figure out how to join the Hangout, you just log into your G Plus, okay, and you'd have received an invite to join this Hangout. All right. So just join the Hangout via that invite, and you'll be able to come online. Okay. So, okay, Deepak, I guess that definitely we can do, of having something like a dev hunt, and just having that particular thing. So that's definitely a great idea. Would save a lot of time of going to each particular college and bringing in people, and that would even definitely help. Okay, Deepak, was it your phone?
no, no, not
Okay, so that would definitely even uh, help in finding people, like how I guess Tushar you have suggested of having specific teams within colleges. So that would be, I guess, three particular goals achieved in one particular event. That's definitely a good idea. Okay, so any other stuff that you have? Okay, now I guess want you to talk, because I've been talking from that time, and I don't know what's going on in your minds. Yeah, just talk.
Yeah, Karan, is GDG restricted to only engineering and software companies?
Not really, definitely not, because we are looking at developers and designers. So it doesn't matter where the developers are, or where the designers are, or in what type of development or design they do, as long as it all comes under the same umbrella. So, say for example, you do a particular application and a particular code. So there must be a designer to actually execute that. Uh, excuse me, to actually design the UI and UX and all that. So it's definitely not limited, but you can even open up to say arts colleges or PU colleges or something, if there are designers or if there are developers who are interested. Okay, so I guess I'll start off by I'll just by from now on I'll keep a military way, wherein I talk something and I say okay, over, because I guess you guys are waiting to see, okay, is it
no.
over, is it over? Okay, over. So anyone else?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would like
yeah, Sandesh.
Yeah, I would like to say that
Okay, it
we
was
should
enough.
yeah, we should conduct meetups and talks which are more focused on general topics more than first of all going on to specific, like what Sandesh said, like APIs and all those stuff. We should like more focus on like what are the advanced Google technologies, like what are the future of these technologies, and what are the like advantages and disadvantages, all those stuff, like giving a more overview of these technologies to people. So I think more people will turn up for that topics.
Definitely, definitely. That's another good idea. That's nice. So, Sandesh, you've been silent since quite some time.
Yeah, we are discussing about the active participation of students, right?
Right, right. Okay. Right, all right. So, how can you involve developers in companies and other people? I guess that perspective you can give.
Yeah, developers in the sense that only technical stuffs. Currently, we have to involve students as well as developers, and out when students come to some event and they meet developers, they will come to know what exactly they need in future.
Okay.
That is the one thing, and one more thing is see you can include other uh, like Facebook APIs also you can include, right? Facebook, Yahoo, those things also you can include, or
Uh,
only restricted to Google.
uh, we can include that. We definitely can include that, but
Actually,
up to some extent, we just have to be a little careful. That's it.
Okay.
So,
So
there are,
last time in
because
innovation event, you told that it can be any
right, it can be
technique.
anything. So,
Yeah.
what I actually meant was, we have Google technologies or open source technologies. Definitely we can include that also, but mainly looking at open source technologies and Google technologies, because say for example if you are including Facebook API or something like that. Okay, so basically what they are built up is, again, we have the hack language and we have uh, big SQL, right? So we can have events on big SQL and hack as to what they are, because many of them don't know what hack is. That Facebook runs on hack and then it uses big SQL for all the stuff. So we can have something fundamental, rather than have it more on a broad view, and have it again, for example, APIs we can have on general APIs, rather than having specifically on Facebook APIs or something like that.
Okay.
So that is something. That's how we can, a little streamline what our events and everything would be. And as far as involving people from the companies goes on, I spoke to a few people at our Canara Chamber of Commerce. So this Canara Chamber of Commerce is a really good contact. Because we have they have contact with almost all the 100 plus companies in all the whole of the Mangalore region. So one particular just an email or an invitation or a word by the top people there would definitely go to all the companies, and we can bring forward them for another event similar to what Deepak suggested for students, but this would be for the developers. So what do you say about that, Sandesh? That should be fine.
Yeah, that is really good actually. So what
Okay.
we started right now is really good initiative.
Okay. Okay. Indeed, indeed. It's we just have
Yeah,
to.
actually, we needed it. Actually, I was following some other GDGs in some other cities and all,
Mhm.
and I attended the hackathon as well in Bangalore and all.
Okay. Great. Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
so it's really a good initiative in Bangalore. It's really thanks to the organizers.
Okay, that's definitely just an inspiration. It
No,
was
actually,
when.
it's really in actual real time in student and that developer when they work for a company or any if they start their own. If we get initial knowledge about these things, it's really good. Only thing is we have to reach them. That's it. Hello, hello.
Okay, he's stuck. He's stuck.
Yeah.
Hello.
He'll be back.
Hello.
So
There's a problem with current connection.
Yeah, I think we
yeah,
can
he's
continue with
still
our
thinking.
introduction.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am Sandesh from Mangalore. I am a co-founder of a Evolve Technology startup. Yeah, I work in Mangalore itself.
So
Hello.
what's the startup about, Sandeep?
It's a web technologies, web application development.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Karan is here.
Okay. All right. So quite a lot of glitches in and around over here. Okay. So I guess that thing we can definitely do. So with that in mind, can we wind up, or is there something else that we can
Yeah,
discuss?
Karan.
Yeah, Puneet.
Karan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that there is an MSP, Microsoft Student Programmer within the in Bangalore region. There are two Microsoft Student Programmers. So why can't you involve them and organize an event like app building
Oh,
applications or some other thing?
you mean Microsoft?
Microsoft Student Partner,
Microsoft
MSP.
student partner. They're there in
Yeah,
Bangalore?
yeah, they're in Mangalore. I heard I just seen it's in what is that, Saint Joseph. One guy from Saint
Oh,
Joseph, another from Manipal. They launched the list just 2 weeks ago.
oh, okay, okay. I was not aware. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely can involve even them and see how they do it. But they'll their aims are a little different that Microsoft has given them. I'm aware of that because, uh, but
no,
they
but they can
definitely,
contribute.
yeah, yeah,
But they
exactly,
can
totally.
contribute, right?
They can definitely contribute, but again, it would be a little better if find other people also in colleges to be involved in this because it wouldn't be fair for say an MSP itself to coordinate even the GDG thing within their college. It would be good to find someone else who is interested and give an opportunity to others also, right?
Yeah. This Microsoft student partners, they can be contacted during our hackathons instead of
Exactly. Right, right. Definitely, definitely. That can be done. Okay. So I guess if we don't have anything else to discuss, we can wind up.
Yeah,
yeah,
why
sure.
not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So before we wind up, just one small thing. You do definitely think about if you're really interested in being an organizer and how we can actively take it forward. All of us together. So as I said, being an organizer would help in directly getting in touch with all the other GDGs as well as people from Google. And organizer actually in different situations, organizers are given first preference. Say, for example, the Cloud Roadshow, which was happening in Bangalore and in Hyderabad and a lot of other places and all that. Organizers were given a first preference as to if an organizer wanted an invite, organizers would get it. So, that thing is something which would benefit. And also, secondly, one more advantage would be if you are an organizer, you get invited to something known as a community summit. There's a GDG community summit which happens usually around sometime around December or something, where then it's all GDG organizers who would be there, and they get together to discuss as to how we can take forward the whole GDG initiative and the individual GDGs. So all the GDG only organizers get invited to that, and organizers can be a part of that. Okay, someone is clicking pics. So that is something which would be really helpful if you're an organizer. So do definitely think about it if you want to be an organizer. I mean, if any one of the four of you want to be a part of it, definitely. I can put you guys straightforward and see how we can work out. So usually how the other GDGs goes, they handle thing. Each organizer handles one thing. Say for example, one organizer handles with the publicity, and one organizer handles the so the event planning. One organizer handles contacting all the the speakers and all that. So such responsibilities can be split up as to how we can split up between the other organizers and all that. So if you're interested in taking up any one responsibility, or if you can contribute one thing really well, then definitely we can you also can be an organizer, and we can take it forward. So that is one thing which I want to leave you guys with. And one more thing is that this particular hangout was broadcasted live on YouTube and would be recorded on YouTube, and you can go watch it on the GDG Mangalore channel at any time if you want to rewind and see what we discussed about. And for whoever is taking the photos, all right. So I'm just switching over to everyone's screen so you can take photos of all of them.
Yeah, and there's a suggestion by Tushar Makkar.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, can you just read it out? I
Yeah,
have the tab closed.
yeah, sure. Can even take help from other GDGs which are pretty active like GDG Goa.
Right, right. Definitely, definitely. There is a lot of, the collaboration we can do. GDG Goa indeed, and it's quite active. And I definitely get in touch with them to see what they have in plans, and it would be really helpful, because if they are doing some event or we are doing some event, they get a chance to visit Mangalore, and we get a chance to go to Goa. So it would be nice also. Definitely, I guess the
Right.
nearest ones for us would be GDG. Not sure, there is one in Kerala, and GDG Mysore would be pretty close. And again, I guess GDG Goa. Definitely, excuse me. So when it comes to bigger events like DevFest and all, we can involve other GDGs also, and get in touch with them. So is there anything else?
So when
Or
will be the next event? I mean, like organizing by GDG. And
okay, so I haven't planned anything as of yet, but I guess regarding the DevFest, we might be having a meetup to discuss just an initial part as to what can be done. So I guess that might be sometime during July or August. So, but definitely we can discuss to see if there are any events we can take it up, and we can definitely do. Yeah. Okay. All right. So great. I guess there is only one person who has been following up all along. Tushar is not able to join. So sorry, Tushar, about that. I'm not sure what went wrong. I sent an invite to all of them. I guess we're not able to connect. So definitely, you just stay updated, and we'll do something about it. Okay. So, anyways, then great talking to you all, guys, and I hope it was productive and good for all of us too, all of you too. So, we'll definitely take this up, and I'll jot down what all came out of the discussion, and I'll put it forward to Google to see what suggestions they have. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Karan, for organizing this. It's a really good initiative from you. Thanks again. Bye.
Definitely, Sandesh. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye, Deepak.
bye.
Bye,
Bye
man.
bye.
See you guys.
Have a great day.
See you all. Bye.